Hey guys, this is just one guy and I'm back here with another Unity tutorial, and in today's tutorial what we're going to do is swipe to dodge. Now it's a pretty simple script, and what it's going to do is whatever direction we swipe the mouse in, it's going to dodge in that direction. And it's important to note that this works on mobile too without changing any of the code. So let's go in game and see how it works. Now you can see if I swipe in a direction, the character will simply dodge in that direction. And that's what we're going to do today. Now, it's not that complicated to do, but a few setup things. What we need is a character, and we're just going to create a script called swipe to dodge. And I have a dodge animation here, which I believe comes with one of the Unity packages. But it's important to note that your character must be facing forward in the animation, and you can tell which way is forward by this little blue arrow right here. So you can see that in this animation, naturally the character isn't pointed forward, and that's why I modified the offset a bit. And so you also want to click the body orientation. So you can see now my character goes forward, but if I didn't change that, you can see that the character dodged in a different direction other than forward. It's important to know that your character must be dodging forward in the animation for this to work. And of course you want to click this so gravity will be applied to the animation. Now we only have one script here called swipe to dodge, and I'm going to go to Visual Studios and explain that now. Okay, we're back here in Visual Studios and the swipe to dodge script. Now we also use another function from my useful function script, and I'll go over that when we get to it. Okay, the first thing we need is a start and end position. This is for the start of the swipe and the end of the swipe. Next we need a variable for the animator of the character so we can call the animation. The next thing we have is our public void update to call the swipe to dodge function. And right here we have the actual swipe to dodge function. Now the first thing we need is the distance, and this is going to be the distance of the swipe. So how far do you have to swipe before it's detected by the program? And we're just going to initialize that with a vector 30 so we don't get any errors. The next thing we have is a Raycast Hit, and that's just for the raycast. We're going to shoot from the camera into the world to get the mouse position in real world coordinates. So first, input get mouse down. So that's when we press down the mouse, we want to get our start position, and that's going to equal when it fires the raycast from the camera to the point in the real world. That's going to be our start position, and that's going to happen when we press the mouse down. Now, when we let the mouse up with input get button up, so that's when we let go of the mouse, we're going to shoot another raycast from the camera out into the real world, and that'll be our endpoint position. So when you swipe like this, you hold down, and then when you swipe, you let go of the mouse, and that's going to be the endpoint. So the distance is just the endpoint minus the start point. And right here, we just check how much that distance is. And all it says is that if the X point or the Z point, the up and down or the left or right, if it goes more than 2 in either direction, then we want to trigger a dodge in that direction. So the first thing we do is play the dodge animation, and I'm going to go over this in a second because this is in a different script, and this is just a function to rotate the character to look in a certain direction, but the direction we want the character to look in when it's dodging is the endpoint position, which we calculated up here. And this is just how fast we want the character to rotate, and I want the character to rotate instantaneously, so I set it to 1000, and then we reset the distance to vector 30. Okay, now let's go to that rotate function within useful functions. This is a function I use all the time, so I just have it set in a different script as a static function, which I can call from anywhere because I use it so often. And it takes a transform and a position, a vector 3, and a speed to tell how fast we want to do. And all it does is rotate to look at the character without the Y position. So it's similar to transform look at, except it won't look up and down. And that's useful when you want a character just to rotate and look at something without rotating up and down. So it just gets the target's position and transforms position, and it subtracts the target position from the transform position. And then we subtract the up and down, the Y position, and then we just rotate to look at the character using these two functions right here. And that's it. And that's all you need to swipe to dodge. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.